Sönke, thank you for coming. First off, I'd like to ask you about the Web3 adoption. In your opinion, where are we now? Are you satisfied with the pace of progress of the Web3 adoption?
Yeah, I think we're at the very beginning, right? I would compare it to the internet in the early 90s, and it has both two aspects. Like one aspect is that it is really hard to get into Web3, like all those seed phrases and the different hoops you need to jump through. So it is really objectively hard. Like by the time when you needed to install protocols and a browser on your website, on your computer. But on the other hand, it's also people don't understand the concepts and they don't understand what it means and why it's important to have your own keys, etc. So a lot of education, but also a lot of better onboarding that we need to do.
But what do you mean by that, better onboarding? It means to lower a little bit the entry level for potential users of Web3 solutions, or perhaps as well as for developers, namely people who will be creating this Web3 world.
Yes, both aspects, you're right. Because one aspect is the users, and of course that got from very difficult to difficult now, but we need to get it easier and easier. And at the same time, we need to make sure that we don't sacrifice the spirit of Web3 by just putting everything in the background.
So how to facilitate, where to start to make that journey from Web2 for those people who are, devoted to that world to Web3?
Yeah, for users, I think it's important to make it easier at the beginning, maybe even by compromising in kind of the self-custody and stuff like that, then showing them more and more value, and then bringing them step by step closer to what Web3 means and why they should have custody of their own keys, etc.
But do you think that the current situation with the bear market might be the factor that could impede the process of Web3 adoption, of people making more Web3 solutions?
I think it can dampen the interest of the general users, because we get a lot of bad press and a lot of people might think this is doomed. But I think when we talk about the people, the builders, the people that are actually in the space and building that stuff, I think we won't stop, and we don't need to stop because we're well funded, right? So I think we'll come out stronger out of the bear market, I'm quite certain.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to ask, because, there is some bad press about crypto. Aside from that, we see some VCs turning their back to different crypto projects. But before we started our interview, you said that you came across many people and you talked about crypto, and against all odds, people seem to be more solidified and more willing to go through and survive the crisis and become stronger at the end of the day.
I think that's a good point. I think the people with true conviction and that really believe that this is an important thing that we're doing, they will thrive through the bear market and they will come better out in the other way. And the people that just are here for the easy money, it's like the ICO boom a few years ago, right? People started to do all the different kinds of coins, and as it went down with the ICO boom, a lot of those non-sustainable projects just ended, and the projects that have substance, they continued in that drive. So.
Right now, Sonke, I'd like to ask you about the NEAR Foundation. How does it contribute to make a Web3 more friendly space?
Yes, so we are the NEAR Foundation. We have three roles. We have the role of increasing the awareness of Web3 and the awareness of the NEAR protocol. We have the role of supporting projects that build on NEAR so that they have everything they need to actually build something and be successful. And we also drive the decentralization of the NEAR protocol. And for all of these steps, we're putting efforts into to make that possible. When it's about the awareness, it's about giving general information about spreading the word so that people understand what Web3 is and what NEAR is. When it's about the projects, we're working on identifying what are the key projects that are worth supporting and that need our help, and we do everything to support them to make them successful.
Could I ask you more specifically about what kind of on what kind of projects are you mostly focused or most likely to cooperate with?
Yes, so you could say we have a whole ecosystem of funding in the NEAR ecosystem. So the NEAR Foundation is just one of many funds that actually do grants. So depending on what kind of project it is, it might be a different ecosystem fund that is applicable. For instance, if it's a DeFi protocol, if it's a DeFi idea, then the proximity labs is the right way to go. But like if I talk about the grants program of the foundation, we're focusing about what are the key things that are missing in our ecosystem, which we want to support, so that people have everything they need in the ecosystem.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, pleasure.